Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video will be round 2 of the 2025 Patriot Memorial hosted by Oak Hollow Disc Golf Club at Patriot Disc Golf Course in Kernersville, North Carolina. Round 2 was a bit rougher than round 1, however. Stay tuned and hopefully you'll see something that's going to be exciting. My putting let me down this round, and it's the reason why I'm going to go back to my staggered putt starting tomorrow for the third round of this tournament. The straddle putt's just not really working well for me. I worked on it all week, probably put in 500, 600 putts with the straddle, and just wasn't feeling right. But I said, you know what, I'm going to go out there today. I'm going to do 2 rounds. I'm going to use it all 2 rounds and see what happens. Round 1 was great, but I think that was because I was putting my drives and approaches under the basket. So, my tap-in birdies, I really didn't have to putt them other than one on hole 4 of round 1. But this round, I had longer putts to go for to make those birdies, and I was all over the place. Very short. A couple of them were wide right. And I'm going to go back to my staggered putt tomorrow and see what happens because it's going to be close to the same round as today, just 2 extra holes. So let's get started with the round here. We started off on hole number 8, 213-foot par 3, throwing my F1. This goes uphill once inside, so I was trying to throw it to where I could just throw it into the hill. And it was a decent throw, not bad. Left me with probably about a 35, 40 footer for the bird. Left it out to the left of it. Little toss in for par. Hole number 9, 264-foot par 3, throwing the F1 again. The wind is blowing hard out here today. You can see the trees just moving everywhere. So I want to throw something really stable here. Throw it out to the right. Let the stability of the disc bring it back in. From a distance, I thought I was a lot closer. It looked like it was an ace run, but it came up well short. Gave it a good bid. Hit left side chains. Fell out to the left a bit. Had a comebacker here for the par. Hole number 10, 243-foot par 3, throwing my PX3. I'm just going to put it out for a big kind of spike hyzer run, or just a big hyzer run. And this one's really close. I buzzed this basket right by it. And you can see that was a bid. That was close. Probably about a 25, 30 footer to come back for the bird. And just clang it off the cage. Little tap in for par. Alright, here on hole number 11, I missed my drive, so I wanted to showcase. I bought this disc in between rounds. Disc Dies by Melissa was out vending the dyed discs today. Her and her husband, Ben Schoon. Ben plays a lot of the tournaments that I play, MA3. Just wanted to give him a shout out here. But she did this H4 V2 that I threw. I missed the drive. You'll see where I ended up with that drive. But this is her Instagram page if you want to kind of check out her dies. She does very good work. But just wanted to give them a shout out. It's not a paid advertisement or anything like that. Just wanted to kind of highlight a local dyer that plays in a lot of the tournaments I play in and just kind of give them a shout out. But this is where my drive landed. Came up a little short with it, but the disc flies well. This is my first throw with it ever. But PA3, gonna give it a little run. This is very downhill here, so I'm gonna kind of toss it out to the right, and the gravity's just gonna do its job here and bring it, kind of let it fall back in. It was a little inside on that, but left me with probably about a 15 footer here for the par. Hole number 12 is going to be a 300-foot par 3. I missed the drive again. Threw a thumber with the H4 V2 to see what it did on a thumber. Flew very well. I liked how it flew. This is a very difficult hole. I wish I could have shown it from the tee box because it's a big turnover, left to right turnover, and this wind was howling headwind. So I just threw the thumber to get it here and left myself this upshot here. That's the type of upshot I wish I had thrown on 13 on round 1, where I left it way short, but tap in for par here. Hole 14 is going to be a 297 foot par 3. I'm sorry, this is hole 13. 288 foot par 3. Sorry about that. Throwing my Skyway. This one I'm just crashing it into the trees. It's a forehand line there, but I don't like that line, so I just throw a distance driver right into the trees and just let it fight through or not. This one's just a prayer shot, so left me with this upshot. Just kind of toss it to the basket. If I can take par on this one and go, that's my ideal play, is just parring out and going on 13. Hole 14 is a 297 foot par 3, throwing my F3. I wanted to throw it towards the trees on the left and let it come back to the right because there was a good headwind, and I just kind of didn't quite throw it where I wanted. The wind kind of threw it right. Gonna throw my PA3. I was trying to turn over here, and it just grip locked. It just hung onto that index finger and shot right. I'm deep in the woods here. I've got a link that I'm just kind of tossing out. I'm gonna take my bogey and go. Alright, hole 15 is gonna be a 297 foot par 3. I'm gonna take my feedback, and it was another headwind here, and I expected it to kind of move the disc to the right, and it just stayed straight. I know it's a kind of overstable disc, but I didn't think it was going to be that overstable. But I got my PX3 here for the approach shot, and I just flubbed this one. That was just a bad shot. It wasn't a disc at all. That was just a bad shot. And then I had a even worse putt to save the par. That I just sailed past the chains, but I'm gonna have this comebacker here for the bogey. This was probably about 15 feet. Alright, hole 16, we're looking at a 354 foot par 3. I missed the drive here. I threw my Raptor. That's my Raptor there on the ground on a forehand. Left this kind of long run here for the birdie. Gave it a good bid, I thought. Just came it just right at the basket. Easy tap in for par. I was very tired by this time, and I was missing recordings. Hole 17, 273 foot par 3. Throw my F3 again, and it just gets up in the air and just moves hard right, and I wave goodbye to it because it's just not going where I expected it to. Got just on the edge here. I'm throwing my Sumo. I've got a little line through those trees I'm trying to just hit a forehand roller with. And I thought I got out, and I almost got out because you'll see here I'm just on the edge of the other side. But I'm going to give it a good bid here with this Discmania link. It's up in the air, and it catches the left edge of the basket and falls in for the par. Throwing my Athena here, hole 18, 357 foot par 3. First time throwing this today, and it was perfect. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. It flew how it was supposed to fly. Left me with this shot here. I couldn't decide if I was going to go right or straight up the middle, and finally I just said, just go through the middle. Just putt it. And it worked out very well. Put it right next to the basket. Pretty much a tap in to save the par. Hole 1, 210 foot par 3. I'm throwing the M2 because I thought I could really get it there, but it just doesn't come out right. I'm not sure what happened, but it did not have any power on it. That was my fault. Left me this one for the birdie. I'm going to give it a run, and it just went straight to the ground. Pretty sure that was the wind that pushed it down. But out of the hand, it just immediately was diving. Save the par. Moving on to hole 2, 228-foot par 3. Throw my PA 5. This is a left to right moving hole, and it's kind of hard to get that disc to move right quick enough. I need to figure out another, probably just a Annie backhand with something would be the best play there. I'm not good at the Annie backhands though. I need to figure that out. The sumo, I kind of cooked it a little bit. It was the right throw. I just cooked it, and when it hit the ground, it just slid. This was not a hard comeback putt, but just my putts today, especially round 2, were just not good. Which is why I'm switching it tomorrow, and we'll hopefully see a better putting day. Hole 3, 312-foot par 4. Throwing the skyway again. Out of the hand, it felt good. I just threw it inside, unfortunately, but it felt like a good throw out of the hand. And that was my sumo that I tossed up kind of next to the basket here. Another one, easy putt. Should not miss this one. Wide open to the basket, and I just can't do it. You can see I'm frustrated there. You can see how bad the wind is blowing here, but this is hole 4, 327-foot par 3. The wind is ripping, and it's just out of the hand. It's just gone. At this point, I was ready for this round to be over. PA3 upshot. Gonna give it a hyzer line right in, crash into those trees. It's gonna leave me a pretty simple par putt here. Finally, I made a putt. I was like, thank you, finally. Hole number 5, 243-foot par 3. Throwing the F1 again because that wind is, like I say, it's howling. You can see those trees in the middle there just blowing left and right. And it played havoc with that disc. The disc was moving up, down. It looked strange in the air because of what the wind was doing to it. Gave it a good bid here. I thought I made it out of my hand, and I just caught the top of the basket. And I have this comebacker here for the par. Which I decided to miss. I decided to throw it left. I gave up so many strokes this round. I'll get them back tomorrow though. Hole 6, 300-foot par 3. At this point, I'm just telling myself, just get a par and get out of here and go. 2 holes left. Do my A2. Just do it. I said, just get it halfway to the basket. I think I got it probably about 180, 200. Little downhill putt here. Get it close. That's all I was telling myself. Slide it under the basket. Left myself probably. This is about 15, 16 feet, something like that. And then we're just going to toss it right in. Hole 7, 165-foot par 3. I'm throwing my sumo. I kept going back and forth, A2 sumo, A2 sumo, and I wanted to throw the sumo because I knew it was a little softer.
Oh, come on, come on. Go in the basket!
Yeah!
Woo! Sumo! What are you doing? You gotta run after it.
And I had to record myself running up to get it out of the basket. That's my 4th ace ever, my 2nd in a tournament. And this was awesome. This was absolutely awesome. That sumo works, I tell you. It is absolutely my favorite disc in my bag right now. Although I'm probably going to have to put it on the wall now because any discs that I aced with, I put on the wall. But I enjoyed throwing it while I did. It was a good disc, but it will be retired to the Hall of Fame on my wall of fame, I should say. I have a disc full of discs that I have stamps that I like, that have autographs on them, things like that. But as you can see here, finished the round 3 over. It was 847 rated, so not quite as good as round 1. But so far for the tournament, I'm 867 rated, tied for 12th, coming in after round 2. Tomorrow we'll be going into round 3. Hopefully, I'm going to try to move up. I'd like to get in the top 10 if I can. I think there's 31 people in the division. If I can get top 10 out of 31 in a B tier, that would be awesome. That's kind of a goal of mine. If I can get top 10 in a high quantity B tier division, that's kind of my goal this year. So I'm close to doing it, and tomorrow's gonna be that day. But as you can see, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bogeys and an ace. I think tomorrow I can at least even par is my goal tomorrow. If I can shoot even par. Tomorrow's 20 holes, by the way. 2 temporary holes that they're adding, and 2 fusion holes. So hole 9 and 10 tomorrow will be much longer than they were today, and they'll be par 4s. So it's gonna be a different course, different layout, but I'm looking for excitement and hopefully more fireworks tomorrow. Maybe we can get another ace tomorrow again. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again for round 3.